computer is that? Hey everyone, Monica here for update.
Hello.
Just having a bit of a chat. I don't know. Oh no, I was going to tell a Bold and the Beautiful story. So we've got. Did you ever watch Bold?
No.
There's the New Ridge and the Old Ridge. New Ridge has been there for 5 years, and then there was the original and the best, but whatever. Yeah. But he's like a foot taller than the New Ridge.
Oh, okay.
So any of the girls you had to kiss, like Towler and Brooke and whoever, the 27 marriages, he always had to stand with his feet like 3 feet apart, so that if the close-ups are like face on, and the new one, he just gets to stand. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, so self-care, self-love.
Yes. Trying to do it.
I was going to say, you're pretty bloody good at it.
Yeah, but, yeah. But I don't practice it. Like when I'm talking to you, yeah, I know what it is, but do I practice it? I'm still saying
you
yes
do your
to
walking
things.
every day?
Oh, yeah.
Right, okay. So
yeah.
Tell me the non-self-care things you do. So still saying yes to things that you don't want to do?
Well, if someone asks me to do something, oh, yeah, I'll do that. And I just go and do it. But I've got to fit in my walking.
Yes.
I've got to, that's my one thing for the day.
Okay, so maybe now you should put in a second thing. If there was a second thing that you wanted to do every day that you sometimes miss, what would it be?
I can't say coffee.
Okay, so you've got your walking.
Yeah.
So what about something like the Moro Reflex? Or something, like 20 push-ups? Or
Even stretches.
Stretches.
Because stretches is going to do
help the
body.
muscle quality and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So
because the dog
you've got your walking.
The dog does stretches when she walks out. She walks out, she stretches out the front, and then she stretches out the back. I said, yeah, Mummy doesn't
fantastic.
do it.
Nice.
Yeah, so stretches it is. Yeah.
Okay. So that's okay. So therefore, if you know you have to fit it in there, then that'll be in your brain, because once you've got something, you've got it.
I'll do it.
So, so walking and stretches.
Yeah.
Stretches / Moro Reflex.
Yes.
Have you ever been in a habit of doing stretches?
No.
Okay. No, me neither. And I'm having my massage with Renergy tomorrow.
Oh, are you?
And she'll say, have you been stretching?
No, you can't lie.
No, I don't lie. What's the point? She'll know as soon as she gets into my muscles anyway. Yeah, I'm a bit spoiled tomorrow. I've got an 1.5-hour session with Maddie McGill, the kinesiologist.
Oh, fantastic.
And then I come back and have a massage.
Oh, that'll just finish the day.
Mm-hmm. Well, then I got lunch with Jobber.
Oh, fair enough.
I know.
What a day.
I know.
Yes.
It's a hard life. Someone's got to do it. Love your butterflies.
Thank you.
So, survival, deep survival, hidden deep survival, a little bit, only a fraction, but inflammation. So without doing stretches and walking, it's creating inflammation in the body.
That might be the answer to my problems.
Could be. It'll certainly help.
Because I do the stretches after aqua. Well, why don't I come home and do some?
Yeah, right. And you've got a good little routine of stretches?
Yeah. Oh, at aqua. But I don't do them at home, so I'd have to work out what I was doing.
Yeah, right, because I've got a stretching book there. If you want to have a look through that and maybe take photo, or borrow it and sort of find one that's, because they tell you how long the routines are.
Okay.
Some are like 6 to 8 minutes, some are 10 to 12 minutes.
Okay.
There's sort of like a whole body ones, there's lower back ones, there's upper back and shoulder ones, so.
That's right, because it's 6 weeks before my next appointment, so.
Oh,
I'll have
wow.
all those stretches done, won't I?
42 days of them.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, pain and punishment circuit. So this is about self-care, fitting yourself in, so fitting in stuff for yourself. Okay. Yeah, right, and I imagine as a mum and a wife, you always put yourself last.
That's right.
As a kid?
Yeah, because if Mum wanted anything, I'd do it. And I had to be honest, behaving with the other two.
Yeah. So having to put yourself first lowers your base chakra, so you don't feel grounded when you're putting yourself first.
I find it very hard.
So, okay. So that even therefore is it's fear moving you forward. So moving forward into putting yourself first is creating some fear.
Mm-hmm.
As a kid, did you get in trouble if you put yourself first?
I was in trouble all the time.
Okay. No, that's no fun.
That's why I say my second name's Trouble.
Yeah, right.
That's a sentence I'm going to have to get out because I still say that.
My middle name's Trouble.
Trouble, yeah.
Or you change the context around it, as in trouble being fun.
Yeah.
So if you say my middle name's Trouble, because you say that and I think of fun.
Yeah.
Because I was always in trouble as a kid, but it was nearly always for having fun. So we have two totally different perceptions of trouble.
Yes.
And it's like at the moment I joke I'm going to end up in jail at some stage, you know. I don't even say it, you know, so I think, well, you know, that'll probably happen. So let's go. 8th chakra. So then that messes with your adrenal glands, which creates the fear and anxiety. Little ethmoid bones. When was the last time you cried?
Oh, I cried for ages.
You've been more pissed off this year, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm really good as far as crying, whereas I used to be always crying.
Well, a lot had happened.
Yeah. Oh no, I cried through the Olympic Games.
Yeah, right.
Watching the Olympic Games, you know, some of the stories there of, you know, what people do.
Feel good stories.
Yeah.
No, it just made me angry looking at people exercising with masks on, so I couldn't do it.
No, so well, we were in lockdown.
One of the swimmers chatting to us from inside the pool with a mask on. I thought that's just stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody that was interviewed, yeah, they all had masks on.
Yeah. Not supporting those shenanigans.
But some of those Olympians, they do it hard. You know, they put in a lot of work to get them where they are.
No.
I'm
I'm way
lazy.
too lazy for that, yeah. So we're both in trouble, we're both lazy. Obviously, that's our Catholic guilt talking.
Yeah.
Okay, where do we need to go? Internalized frustration. Okay, so that's around moving forward. That's about putting yourself first. Frustration around putting yourself first. Okay, so resent for yourself, resentful for people. Okay, so there's resentment for people in your past who you perceive stopped you from putting yourself first.
Okay.
But in the same way, I know I'm likely to go to jail at some stage. I'm choosing to live my life in a way that may annoy policemen. And it's my responsibility, and I'm happy to do that. Responsibility is also showing up, very interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's your responsibility to put yourself first. So we can't blame anyone else. We will absolutely blame other people because that's human nature.
Put it this way, I can say no.
Yes.
But do I? No.
Have you? You have?
Yeah, I have, but...
Do you give yourself any kudos for all the times you've said no?
No, but I should.
Yes. Okay, so releasing any and all resentment and taking responsibility to put yourself first. Releasing all resentment. That's all liver, by the way.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Releasing any and all resentment and taking responsibility for putting yourself first. And hold. There we go. That's what we needed. Wow. Okay.
Yes. Cool flexibility.
And we're in. Nice. Okay.
So that's putting a program in the body to sort of make me think.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So we're sort of putting it in there and then diffusing the stress associated with it so it's easier for the brain to go, yeah,
Okay.
it's my responsibility to put myself first. No one else will put you first.
No, that's right.
Ever. No one
No.
else will ever put you
No.
first. Because, even, like, have we ever chatted about the Enneagram personalities?
No.
There's 9 personalities. Well, sure, there's a million, but anyway. So the concept is there's 9, and they all have different groups of things.
Yeah.
So a 1 is like Lee. It's perfectionist.
Yeah.
So perfectionist nature is always putting the job, the task, the something first, always. And
I can relate to that too.
yeah. 2 is the carer. So the carer generally puts themselves last and everyone else first. And it's like the whole mama lion thing without the anger. So the caring is like the whole focus is making sure that people are okay. The 3rd is success oriented. They're sort of, they're like politicians. They'd walk over their mothers to get to their goal. 4th is the depressed ones. They're also the romantics. So they're the ones who feel things real, probably empaths.
Oh, yeah.
So feel things real.
That's what I was thinking. I think I might have one.
Is a wing of a 9 and a 1 is a wing of a 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
But internally, then there's this extra little connection on the inside as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll show you that afterwards. It's pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
I like it.
Oh.
But yeah, so it's like a core little personality in there in the
Yeah.
background.
Yeah.
Well, it made my life easier. So I think I did the training in Enneagram stuff about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was pretty funny because the trainer was a chick called Jeanette, and she had herself pegged to as a 7. But I knew her professionally. There was no, so 7, fun-loving and easygoing. And I sort of looked at her and I thought, there's no way she's a 7. There was no way she was a 7 because she'd broken a couple of my clients who I'd sent to her because she did some healing stuff. But she's really forthright and angry and direct, and 7s just aren't like that generally. So I think the first year when I was doing training, she was pegging herself as a 7, and then I did an update on her a few years later, and she said she was something else. I'm thinking, nah, I reckon she was an 8. And about 5 years later, she admitted she was an 8. By that stage, I thought, yeah, well, you know, know thyself, lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because during the course, there was like one night per week for 9 weeks where you learnt a particular personality.
Oh, yeah.
And so the night of the 7, it was like, yep, that's me. There wasn't a single thing that it was not me. And when we did the night of the 5, I went, yep, everything there is Jason. It was 100% Jason. And Lee and I did it together. And on the one night, we're both going, yep, she's like 100%. So it is amazing when you hit a personality.
Yeah.
It's just, I might have a book on it upstairs, actually. But it is a bit of that whole know thyself thing. It just gives you information, and then once you realise that, you can sort of see your triggers coming.
Yeah.
You know, because just say you're a full-blown, 9, 1 or 2, or some combination of them, then wanting to make everyone feel okay is both a 9 and a 2 thing.
Yeah.
And then because you're a perfectionist, you can't let things go. You have your list. So if you've got to get 4 lawns mowed in a weekend, you'll do it even if you're buggered and exhausted.
Even if I'm finishing mine in the dark.
Yeah.
Because I know you just go back and forth, and I can go out the next day and I haven't missed a bit.
Yeah, nice.
I do have the lights from the retirement village out the back, so it does give me a light.
Yeah, right.
And sometimes you get to have the moon.
Yeah, you probably are quite a nice little combo of that. Lee's really good at picking people's personalities too.
Oh, okay.
So I'll ask her what she thinks you are.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity. Yeah, I like it. It's sort of, I think it was based a bit on, who was it? I don't know, some philosopher whose name has gone from my brain at the moment.
Yep. It'll come back when you're not
It'll
thinking.
come back. Exactly. So that was your corpus callosum shut down when you think your responsibility is to yourself. So your brain goes, no, it must make everyone else feel good.
I did that yesterday. I was cranky with myself, but I still did it. When we had no one to work.
Yeah, right.
Why didn't I suggest that we close?
Yeah. Well, if you got cranky, at least now you know that next time you'll suggest you close.
Yeah.
Oh. And why are you understaffed?
Oh, because we were closed on Tuesdays, and then this lady said, oh, I'll do it, and then she went and got a job. So now there's 3 of us trying to do it, and the boss had 3 appointments yesterday, and the other lady was sick, and
So you're planning on quitting at some stage soon?
if they quit, I'll quit.
Cool.
Yeah, we're all walking out together,
Okay.
so the whole thing will close down.
Yeah, right.
Well, I reckon it will all close down anyway, because some of the others have closed down.
Yeah, right. So it's just too hard.
Yeah. People don't respect you either, really. Like we hire out mobility equipment. They don't even bring it back,
Yeah.
you know. And you get the really nice ones that, a day overdue,
Yeah.
We lost 2 wheelchairs worth $1,800 each, and they paid $25 for the 1 week, and never brought them back.
Wow. And that's a lot of donations and
Yeah.
purchases and
So
all
now
sorts of things.
everything's a month. You've got to have a month, even if you want it for a weekend. It's a month.
Wow.
So, but the ones that want it for a weekend, they never complain. Never. Because it's either a wedding or, mum's come down from Cairns or something and they need it for the weekend so they can just go out and have a really good time. There's one guy that comes in every so often when the in-laws come down and his parents come down, and sometimes he'll have two.
Wow.
Does not complain at all. Might not have it back on Monday, but he's got it back within the week anyway, so.
Yeah, right. Okay, so we've moved on from resentment. We've gone to feeling unappreciated, which makes you feel discouraged, and it doesn't nourish. It doesn't nourish your soul. To nourish the soul.
Because see, too much of that, then I do get cranky.
Yeah.
I'll put up with it for so long, and then, why do you keep asking me all the time? You know.
Yeah.
But then I can't say I've never said no to working anyway, so.
Yeah.
Because I tell them my day's over here and I don't do much else.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my facials.
Very good.
Having my facials. I'm going back to once a month, maybe once a fortnight.
Yeah, it feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah. She's lovely too, just like yourself.
I wonder if Energy still does facials.
I found this lady when I wanted all the hairs taken off my face.
Oh yeah.
So we did the electrolysis, and I thought, well, might as well keep going back to
Perfect.
facials now.
Nice.
She could be my sister too any day.
She's from another mother.
I think I'm getting some good people around me now.
Yeah. Building your tribe.
I think that lesson of taking everybody out of my phone that doesn't communicate with me, I think that was the best thing that could have happened.
Yeah.
I might think of them occasionally and I think, no, they're gone. You know, you want contact with me? Contact me.
Yeah. Well, that was probably one good thing about my Facebook being stolen 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Was that because I had to start again, and people who I were friends with who, you know, hasn't really been a friendship.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Yeah.
Reticular activating system. Okay, so once again, it's around the unappreciated and discouraged. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, right. So that lowers your serotonin. So that won't help with the food, because if you're feeling discouraged and unappreciated and your serotonin drops, that's when you eat something and you get 4 times the amount of dopamine and serotonin from the food. So it creates the addiction for whatever you eat when you're depressed.
Yeah, and cranky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, we don't feel good and happy.
No.
So the low serotonin makes you want to go and hide.
Yep.
Yep. And escape. So it puts you into escape mode. Not sure what that flower. Oh, angel sword. Yeah, right. So feeling discouraged and unappreciated, you also take on that into your energy field, because angel sword's showing up, and that's a flower essence for taking on other people's crap. So if someone's being domineering and strong and you're not feeling up to the task of standing up to them, then our aura shrinks, our energy shrinks, and their energy, which is quite angry, it can become part of us if they shatter us a bit.
Yeah. I just run away.
My jobber said this morning that he realised he was an empath. And I went, yeah, right, that makes sense. I said, yeah, that's a whole thing in my industry. He said, no one ever told me that before. 4 drops.
He's a deep thinker.
Yeah. Must be calling Angie's girlfriend now. Must be calling Angie's girlfriend now.
Oh, okay.
So I know they stayed together during lockdown.
Oh, okay. I heard a security guy say, oh, it was to myself and a friend, that back in end of June, early July, he heard that there was going to be a lockdown in August.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because the emergency use rules were running out.
Oh, is that right? Oh, okay.
So one of the chicks in IMOP has, I think the last 15 around Australia she's pegged, because of when their rules were running out. So, the end dates. Except I think now our Gestapo has made it till February or something. But now I know that, because of Jeanette's husband, because he's, head of Queensland Pathology and, as part of the Queensland Genomics, like he's involved in all of the testing. So every time she says go get tested, they're making money.
Yeah, that's right.
And the swabs, Anastasia's dad's making money.
Mm.
So, they're the 2 people in the news every day.
Mm.
And did you hear about Greg Hunt's brothers?
No.
So the brothers both do research in graphene oxide. And there's certainly some information coming out of Spain that one of the big ingredients in the Pfizer vaccine is graphene oxide. So Greg Hunt's 2 brothers, one in California and one at New South Wales University, both of them are researchers, and they both are researching graphene oxide. And our Australian government has given money to both universities.
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Oh my God, makes me crazy. No conspiracy here.
And that was so wrong to do that shutdown when they did, because the whole echo was set up, ready to go. 2 days before it starts, it's not going ahead.
How better to force people to vaccinate though?
That's
Piss
right.
off enough people,
Yeah, that's
and
right.
people will go, I'll blow it, like Blaze. People will go blow it. I'll go get vaccinated just to keep this stopping. Okay, it's not going to stop it.
No.
They're going to keep doing this.
Yeah.
This is the plan. Adult vaccines, huge money making.
I'll find something else.
Mm-hmm. Well, they don't need to yet.
All I've got to do is get us some, good diets and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't care about that. Look at the advertising on TV.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that was a problem through the Olympics, because all this damn food was coming on. Like
Yeah,
Macca's.
right. Yeah,
Like,
okay.
I haven't been to Macca's for years, but, just the burger, and you think, oh, yeah, like that.
Did you?
Yeah. No.
Well done.
So I haven't been to KFC either.
So, power of the mind, well done. So, there's a hippocampus circuit that's to do with, so we're still in the appreciation or lack of appreciation or maybe self-appreciation, making you feel discouraged or encouraged yourself. But it's linked in with fight and flight responses. So I'm going to go in there. So it's like
Okay.
survival mechanisms within your memory centers that activate your inability to feel appreciated and encouraged. So there could, because it could be the other way around too.
Yeah.
You just can't feel encouraged and you can't feel appreciated. It's like when someone gives you a compliment and you don't believe it. So when you believe it, you actually release your feel-good hormones. So if someone says, you're looking amazing, and you go, thank you, you know, and that releases dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin.
Really?
Yep.
Just that thank you.
Yep. And when you say, this I cost, you know, I bought it for $2 in Knock Shop, you know, you're immediately downplaying the compliment. So that reduces your ability to increase your feel-good hormones.
And see, I find it hard taking compliments.
Funny that.
They don't really mean that.
Yeah, funny, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one showing up. Yeah, right. It's a life or death. It makes everything you do a life or death decision. It doesn't want you to feel appreciated, and it doesn't want you to feel encouraged, because then you'll do something silly that may hasten your inability to live. So abuse.
Really?
Abuse, you know, your whole abuse feeds abuse. So if you know you're going to get abused and you have really low expectations of yourself and everyone around you, then you can't get hurt. If you've got the lowest of expectations.
That's right.
Whereas as soon as you raise your expectations and expect people, you know, not to abuse you, not to hit you, not to treat you well. So it's creating vigilance in the nervous system. Just a little example I had. Years ago I had a lady, and she was a big girl. I couldn't even guess how much she weighed, but she would have had to have been at least 150 kilos sort of thing. She literally took up the width of the table, like a big girl. And when she was 18, she was young and beautiful, and she went to her sister's funeral, and the groom tried to hit on her. Now, she wasn't expecting it, she didn't do anything for it to happen, but immediately she started putting on weight. And by the time I started treating her, she was maybe 28, 29 or so. It was before her 30th, because I remember when she had her 30th. And by that stage, she had alopecia, she had Hashimoto's, she had all sorts of autoimmune diseases, she had lots of issues. And it was, as you can imagine, it was an emotional weight thing. And she was becoming a, what's the priest thing in the C of E for women? She was becoming a minister.
Oh, yeah.
She was still a virgin, not that there's anything wrong with that. And, you know, she was just becoming asexual and did not want anyone to look at her. Like, literally, her body was making it so that people wouldn't. Anyway, so we did some balancing, and I think this particular thing showed up with the hippocampus. And, no, they're still in there. Okay, cool. Hold up for me. Hold up for me. Okay. And hold up for me. Okay, come back. So this one here is activating the survival. So now we've got the pair of them, survival plus the life or death decisions, you know, around feeling appreciated and encouraged, you know, because how dangerous is that? Anyway, by the time we started unraveling this stuff, she, for the first time in years, she was on her way home from work, and she just got this, because normally she would just go through a drive-through of Macca's or KFC or something, and she went to a veggie barn where she'd never been before. She just picked up a big bag. By the time I saw her next, mind you, I was blown away, you know, the results. But the next time I saw her, unfortunately, she was so big you couldn't tell, but she'd lost about 15 kilos. And because, you know, you stop doing something really bad and you start doing something really good, which is what it was for her body. It was an amazing turnaround, and she started getting her libido back. So I don't know whether it was the first treatment or the second treatment, but at some stage she went out to a nightclub and she's like scoping for guys, which she hadn't done since she was 18. Anyway, she ended up getting married and having kids, and quite turned around quite a bit. Good. Her It is amazing what the brain does, you know, the way that it's all about protection of the ego, protection of the soul, protection of, you know.
Well, that's the reason I've got the ring on this finger. Because then people think you are married or you're just something anyway.
Told? Yeah.
Because I couldn't do all of this stuff ever again, you know. Sort of,
Yeah, so CV24 in this circuit is to do with the inability to think consciously, clearly, big picture. So when you're in that space and you're feeling discouraged and then you're not seeing the big picture. You're not thinking about how you're going to feel in 6 hours after you've had, you know, a packet of Tim Tams.
I'm starting to feel yuck when I have Tim Tams and stuff like that now.
Nice.
So that's good.
Yeah. And the awareness.
Yeah. Like I try to stop at 1 or 2, but no. So I just can't follow.
There's 9 to 11 in a pack. Why would you stop at 1 or 2?
That's right.
This is where you've got to share it with 3 friends. Yeah.
That was like you when you asked me how much chocolate did I have. 1 piece, 1 block. 1 block.
So you need little blocks.
Yes. But like, it's ridiculous, like chips and chocolate and stuff like that. What do? They put 2 for the price of 1.
Yeah.
They wouldn't do that for bananas or apples or something like that. That's what peeves me.
There, yep. No, it's more expensive. Well, I wonder if it is.
To be healthy, yes. Because organic's dearer than just, you know. You know, just like eggs. You can go from $3.70 to $8.70. You know, so there's a big difference there.
Eggs are good. Eggs are good. Just below the base chakra. Okay. Something electrical. Oh, okay. Right, so we've just blown one of your base chakra. We've just blown a level of your aura. So, where is it? Face down, face up, face down, face up, face up. Took the head, face, torso, legs, under the feet. So torso. So, torso. That's it's where the celestial circuit is, you know, for a start. But it's also about moving forwards because that's your trunk. That's, you know, sort of, and it's so let's have a look. What's that energy that's locked in here? Oh, okay. I mean, there's a couple of chakras that are down in there, but it's because of figure 8, it's the figure 8 energy we need to do. Auric fields. Oh, okay. Etheric, astral, causal, God consciousness. Third layer of the aura. So that's in the causal. So that's the upper mental and spiritual layers of your energy. So it's underneath the God energy. It's sort of fairly decently up. It's better for my shoulder if you're down a bit.
Okay.
Okay, because it's usually, where do we need to go? Centimetres, inches, feet. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so 3 to 4 feet. Okay, so do I need to do it just with my hand with tuning forks? Box 1, box 2, box 2. Heart. Heart, liver. Yeah, right. So, oh God, that's where it all is. So, heart. So the liver energy is where the internalized resentment, anger, frustration. the self-righteous indignation, the inability to take self-responsibility. So that's where all that is. And that feeds into the heart energy, which is the feeling unappreciated, not feeling nourished, being discouraged, and not feeling encouraged. So, liver, heart, and let me see if would it be useful to have the tuning fork combo as well. It would be. Nice little connections. Heart, liver. Heart, liver. Prickly pear cactus.
Comes up a bit.
That's because it's about not sticking what you know is right for you. And it's the old AA Al-Anon affirmation. I joke. Okay, so.
It's going to be so good this month.
And which direction? That way? And is it that way or that way? So, okay. I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly, and supportively transcend my not sticking to what I know is right for me into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly, and supportively listen to my inner voice about what's right for me, accept that which I can't change, and act to change those things that I can.
Yes.
I take responsibility for my attitudes and now choose to kindly, gently, lovingly, and supportively dissolve my not sticking to what I know is right for me into all-encompassing love. I make the commitment to kindly, gently, lovingly, and supportively listen to my inner voice about what's right for me, accept that which I can't change, and act to change those things that I can.
Wow.
Yeah, the Al-Anon reference. Okay. So I'll just shimmy the energy just to make sure.
Don't better get in that mouth.
Heart, liver, prickly pear cactus, that's a desert flower. Uppity, uppity, uppity. Okay, so once again, let's go back into the hippocampus. The senses, hold. Rechecks of adrenals, hold. Hold. Okay, so there's still some adrenaline going on in there. Survival's okay. Head and deep's okay. And okay, so the next one to check. And okay, celestial circuits out. Center of gravity. So, is it behind? Is it to the left? Is it to the right? It's to the right. Oh, it's a little bit behind. It's quite low though. It's sort of down right and slightly behind you.
Okay.
So the bottom half of the body is the kinesthetic energy, so it's stuff we feel.
Yeah.
So it's like it's going back to the center of how you feel.
Yeah.
And it's behind, so it's like trying to be in the past, because behind is past stuff.
Yeah.
So it's trying to be at a time in your past when you felt strong, because it's on the right side of your body. Because the right side is the masculine, it's the strength, it's the doing.
Yeah.
So because you're such a caring soul, and caring's exhausting sometimes, and it, you know, it's creates ache and it creates loneliness and it creates all of that stuff. So your body's trying really hard to stand in strength, but it's exhausting at the moment.
Okay.
How does it feel letting go of work? Because I know you've worked really hard to be really good at it.
No.
You're over it now?
Work as in paid work, in there. Oh, no, I don't want to go back there.
Yeah.
Now I can just do whatever I want to do.
Yeah. But the volunteer work?
Yeah. Now, like if someone can't get there between 9 and 3, I'll open to help them out.
Yeah.
I did that the other afternoon, but the lady was just so nice.
Yeah.
You know, she appreciated it and stuff like that. So
nice to be appreciated, isn't it?
yes,
Did you feel appreciated?
I did actually.
Yeah, cool.
She said, "What do you have? Coffee?" And I said, "Yeah, white coffee." And she said, "No, just look at me. I'm sweet enough." She's coming down again on Monday, but she'll be there between the hours.
How fabulous.
Had a few really nice ones. You know, they've been let out of hospital and, you know, they need stuff to survive the night, sort of thing. Like an over toilet frame. Because they can't get down onto the toilet, so, you know.
Are you on speed dial?
Oh, well, if they ring between 9 and 3 and I can help them out, I will, but, yeah. But then without that, I don't know where I'd be now. Because that opened a, something for me to do, whereas before that I just wanted to do anything.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh no, I remember it was the right thing to do.
Yeah. Nobody employed me, so I might as well do something like that. And it's a giving back, you know.
Yeah.
There's heaps of people out there worse off than me.
Yeah. Did you hear that it's somewhere around 100 million extra people are starving this year compared to last year because of COVID?
I believe it.
You know, it's just...
Well, I don't have money. You need money to buy food.
And certainly here in Australia, and we're pretty lucky,
Yeah.
you know, the handouts aren't for everyone.
No. But some people won't take the handouts either because they've always been well off and they've always had a job and not to have a job.
No, it's getting crazy out there.
Even just small business.
Absolutely.
They're the people that pay tax. So where are they going to...
2 million small businesses in Australia.
Yeah, so where are they going to find the money when all the small business closed down?
Well, if Amazon and Google and everyone had paid their tax,
Yeah.
we'd be set.
Yeah. Because that was what they said on the radio this morning. She will not say small business.
Yeah.
Yeah, she says the hospitality industry and stuff like that, but she will not admit small business. I don't think I've heard small business come out of her mouth.
You talking Anastasia or?
Anastasia. All her government people
Oh no,
are
they
still
don't
getting,
give a toss about
yeah,
it.
they're still getting full pay and, you know, working their 40 hours a week or their 37.
Did you hear that the CEO of Astrazeneca is the highest paid CEO in England?
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. What a surprise.
Yeah. Gee, she shocked me.
Yeah, it is. It's a real shock. And then you hear all these other funny little connections and you think, well, duh, no wonder. But like Google owns 6% of Pfizer, and Facebook's got 1.5 million shares in Pfizer, and our pension fund in Australia has got $2.5 billion worth of taxpayers' money invested in Pfizer, Moderna, J&J and Astrazeneca.
Well, they're not going to let them go broke.
They're not going to let them go broke. So it's all pretty interesting when you see all the connections left, right and centre.
It's a little mum and dads.
No, there's a lot of mama lions out there who will do anything to protect the kids though. Now they're coming after the pregnant mums and the kids by the end of the year for 5-year-olds. Okay, so close your eyes for a moment and think about that lady who appreciated you opening up for her. I happily feel appreciated. I happily feel appreciated. I feel encouraged to move forward. I feel encouraged to move forward. I feel encouraged to move forward. I own responsibility for my own body. I own responsibility for my own body. I own responsibility for my own body. I choose happiness, health, and freedom. I choose happiness, health, and freedom. I choose happiness, health, and freedom. Good job, my lovely.
Oh, wow.
Yay!
I always feel $1 million when I get off this table and walk out there.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Yay.
Thank you so
Fabulous.
much again. Yes.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.